there. It is a beautiful morning. It's a wonderful morning with the sun coming up. I've seen some deer, the mountains, this beautiful trail that literally runs around and through my town. 20 miles on the docket today, actually closer to 21 miles in the Altra Forward VIA 2. This is a shoe that is plush, it's comfortable. More on that in a minute. On this review video, I'm going to be talking about the overall build quality and comfort, the performance, and the value of the shoe. We'll compare it to a few other plush shoes that are out on the market as well. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Click the thumbs up, drop a comment down below. I really want to hear what your thoughts are on Altra's Forward experience lineup, particularly the VIA. If you've ran in the VIA in the past, I think you'll find yourself at home in some familiar territory in the VIA too. I should also thank Altra for sending me this pair of shoes, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. With all that out of the way, moving on with the review and the purpose of this video really. Voiceover Chad, why don't you talk about some of the specs and features of the Forward VIA 2?
Altra states, max cushion, max comfort. Take on road miles or epic training runs with our new Altra EGO P35 foam, designed for a light and efficient ride. Lace up a shoe designed to deliver comfort and performance for the long run. As for those specs and features, you get Altra's original or signature foot shape fit, an engineered mesh upper, a gusseted tongue, Altra EGO P35 foam midsole, which is 19% softer and 15% more responsive than the original Forward VIA midsole, 37 millimeters of heel stack and 33 millimeters of toe stack for that 4 millimeter drop, weighing in at 300 grams or 10.6 ounces in a men's US size 10 and a US MSRP of $165, which is $5 more than the previous version. Chad, back over to you.
What do you think? Should I pick it up? Should I eat it? I'm tempted. I'll leave it. I've got some gels. I got some tailwind. We're good. Alrighty, moving on with the review, and thank you, VoiceOver Chad, for going over those specs and features. Let's talk about the build quality and the comfort. Now, I've ran, at this point, I just hit close to 15 miles, and that means I've ran 50 miles in the shoe. And this has been my go-to shoe as of late, and I've really enjoyed my experience in the Forward VIA 2. So starting with that upper, you get a nice and plush tongue, although I do wish the tongue was less plush in its soft foam and rather that it had more of a dense foam, but it is adequate. You don't feel the laces across the top of your foot at all, no matter how tight you tie them. That tongue is gusseted, so it's not moving around on you. Thank you, Altra, for doing that. And I am now entering a tunnel. There's some gentle padding around the ankle and the heel, but I will say that even though the upper is very comfortable overall, it seems to me that if you did not get a good heel lockdown in the original VIA, that you're gonna get the same experience in the VIA 2. Now, for me, average to narrow foot, the lockdown fit and feel is adequate, it's comfortable, but if you have a really narrow heel, you may find that there isn't quite enough I don't know, structure or padding back there to really hold your heel in place. Now, it's never been a problem for me. I notice a little bit of, I don't know, freedom in the heel to move, but again, it's never been an actual problem. There's no rubbing or hot spots anywhere in the shoe. Nice and roomy toe box. In fact, you get Altra's original foot shape, so nice and wide in that midfoot and the toe box, which is a really nice, I don't know, change. While I generally prefer a more slim fitting shoe, it is really nice to get into a shoe that allows your toes to splay out. Just gives you that extra room. I really like it, and that's one of the things that I've come to really enjoy about the VIA lineup. So the upper is very comfortable. I like it a lot. Good materials, nice plush tongue, some padding in the heel. I mean, the whole package really came together well, but Altra kept things simple. There's nothing special about any one of its individual components. The sum of those parts did come together to create a whole greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, moving down the shoe, into that midsole. It is soft, it is bouncy. I like it a lot. I enjoy that P35 midsole foam more than the original nitro infused midsole that's in the original VIA. And then you get Altra's standard rubber outsole. Nothing special there, but it does a good job, and I think it'll last the lifetime of the shoe. So build quality gets a thumbs up from me. Comfort definitely gets a thumbs up from me. But does that make the shoe a high-performing shoe? Is it one that I take on every single one of my runs? No. So let's get into the performance of the Altra Forward VIA 2. You know, one thing that I really enjoy on a cool, kind of crisp morning like today, like right now, is the smell of smoke from like a fireplace or a fire in the air. I can smell it right now. It just smells so nice. I don't know why I like that so much. Do you like that smell? I love it. Maybe it reminds me of camping or something. Had to move out of the way for that car. Thank you. So now talking about performance for a bit. The Altra Forward VIA 2 has been my go-to daily trainer of a shoe. It is not, however, a shoe, in my opinion, that is good for those faster tempo-paced efforts. I feel like the shoe just doesn't quite have that, I don't know, lightweight agility, that high performance rebound that I would want in a faster shoe. But I don't think that's what this shoe is designed for. When using it for those everyday miles, yeah, it does great because it's comfortable, because it's kind of got that plushness to it. It's just very rewarding for those everyday miles. I mentioned in the comfort that Altra doesn't give you anything that you don't really need in this shoe, meaning that they keep things simple, and that helps to add to the overall performance experience. I really appreciate that. The upper is kept simple. There's nothing there that's overly bulky. You get lots of midsole stack underfoot, but it doesn't feel unstable. And a lot of that is because of that wide platform, wider toe box. Your toes are able to splay out and just run a little more naturally. Now this is a low drop shoe, 4mm drop, which I think is going to be a little more accommodating to most runners. So you will probably appreciate its low drop feel. Last thing I want to mention on performance, coming back to the weight of the shoe, the upper feels very lightweight on and around your foot, but I do feel a little bit of that weight in the midsole. It's not a heavy shoe, coming in at about 300 grams, but I do wish it was just a little bit lighter. That would make the shoe feel, it'd give you that experience that is just even more rewarding, even if it's still for those daily, everyday miles. But regardless, performance is gonna get a thumbs up from me. I've really enjoyed my experience in this shoe, and it's one that I'm going to continue to use and enjoy. Do you ever go on a long run and start craving food? Like right now, I really am craving like some eggs, some bacon, maybe a breakfast burrito or some toast. Sounds so good right now, but I guess that means that I'm doing good, I'm feeling good, because if I'm craving food, I don't know, just means that your body's doing all right, I think. Also probably means I should have a gel. So now moving on with the value of the Altra Forward VIA 2. US MSRP, $165. I think that is a good or fair price to pay. How does it compare to a few other shoes? One of the first ones I thought of was the Nike Zoom X Invincible 3. That was a shoe that I really wanted to like. All of the individual components were top notch, but when it all came together, it just didn't create an overall holistic package that I thought was worth buying. Another one, the Skechers Aero Burst, another high stack, high plush shoe, $160 for that one. Another one, the Hoka Clifton 9 and 10, the 9 having a 5mm drop, the 10 having a 8mm drop. I really like the Hoka Clifton shoes. They feel lightweight underfoot. It's a fun experience, but I think the foam, the midsole foam in the VIA 2 is of higher quality, just a little bit more responsive. So I enjoy the underfoot experience in the Altra Forward VIA 2 a little bit more. And one last shoe that I thought to compare it to, the original Forward VIA. I think if you can find the Forward VIA for, you know, close to $100, that would be the one worth buying. But I prefer the VIA 2 just a little bit more. I think the midsole feeling is just that much better in the VIA 2 compared to the VIA 1. Otherwise, it's virtually the same experience, same upper fit, same plushness. If you're considering the VIA 2 coming from the VIA 1, the original VIA, I think you will feel right at home. There's a lot of familiarity with it in a slightly updated package. So of all those shoes, I prefer the VIA 2. I really do. I think $165 is a fair price and one worth considering. I do wish shoe prices were cheaper overall. They're not trending in the right direction, but it is what it is. You want a good everyday shoe that offers a plush but still rewarding underfoot experience, and a shoe that has a little bit wider toe box and midfoot feel. The Altra Forward VIA 2 is the shoe to look at. Alrighty, I think that's all I have for you. I am really hungry. I need to get home. I have about 2.5 miles left, so I'm getting close. Just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful morning in a wonderful shoe. Thanks for joining me today on this video. I'll see you on the next one. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I have today in the Altra Forward VIA 2. I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.